Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on another team from the ACC, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Didn't quite get the playoff in time. That'll be delay of game. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Now it's second down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that one's picked off. What a play.
Chris, that one cost him. He's just trying to get something started here early in the game, trying to take a chance, but it backfires. The defense in great position to come up with that interception.
First and goal here for the offense. Wasn't alert enough, didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Suddenly off the interception, it's first and goal for this offense. That's a design quarterback keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 7. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. They finally corral him at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal, and if if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
He moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a stop by this defense here on 3rd down and goal. They've been put in a very tough situation. In 3 straight plays, they've stepped up. Now, a big decision for the head coach for the offense. What is he going to do here after those 3 plays? Is he still going to try to get this touchdown?
So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. Kick is up and no good. With that miss, no change in the score.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Penn State offense comes back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Second and long from the 14. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. No shot to bring him down. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Penn State running backs, and I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
Quick throw caught on the left side. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Running with purpose. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
The Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage for a first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Second down, we're going to throw it. He makes the grab. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Quarterback keeps the football. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
How about the option keeper here by this Penn State quarterback for a first down and positive yards? Chris, you think back to all the Penn State quarterbacks, you can go with a long list of guys that can throw the football downfield and pick you apart. Not that many option quarterbacks, guys who were that dual threat guy. Michael Robinson comes to mind. He had a magical year for Penn State when he was the quarterback. And the other one that comes to mind has got to be more recently Trace McSorley. What he was able to do with Saquon Barkley in that backfield, run that Joe Moorhead offense.
Nittany Lions looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And he'll set up to throw. Trying to extend the play. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
I love to see this by this quarterback. And instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off, reminds this defense what he can do with his legs, and almost took it to the house.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And the extra point was up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. We'll call for the fair catch here. Comes the Florida State offense on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I'll tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And there's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Important third down play coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking right. This one caught. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. And the Seminoles churn out another first down. They'll run it here. Breaks loose at the 40. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down at the 27-yard line. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, Not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Knowles line up on 1st and 10 now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. The Seminoles will come to the line to crank up the tempo. On 3rd down, it's a handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Looks like the returner will try and field this one. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Boy, great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back that can be able to pick up those yards to get those first downs.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
1st and 10 play coming up. Switch it up here, looking to throw. Lets it go. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Now that's how you execute. I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after that big play, I'm all about taking a shot right to the end zone here.
And the Nittany Lions are in the red zone. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
2nd down after the incompletion. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to pass here on second down. On the run here. Let's it go. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. On third and short, they hand the ball off. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. And now the handoff. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. The Seminoles offense comes back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. The shotgun running play call. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And the Noles come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And at first down, they go right back to him. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Here comes a handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Seminoles. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this biggest stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
And here's the return from inside the 5. When he's got some space here. It's a very nice return before stepping out of bounds. Puts the offense in nice position to start the drive. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. Really excellent possession last time. The mix, the run, the pass kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He fires this throw and is intercepted. They get him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 43.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he goes down, but the important thing is enough to move the sticks in a fresh set of downs. And the offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. And the Seminoles will have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Extending the play now. And he'll be brought down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Second down play coming up for this offense. And the back gets the football. And they'll stop him short at the line to gain. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's complete downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's escaping the pocket now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. And that one's straight down the middle. And they jump back in front.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to start the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. The Noles hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Handoff here from the shotgun. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Here's the 2nd down play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. The quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Seminoles will have to kick it away. And finally, we have a punt, the first of the game for either team. Coverage team brings down the returner. Back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Ball handed off. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. No huddle here for the offense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. The Nittany Lions will crank up the tempo. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Football comes out. The defense recovers, trying to run this back now.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They're in the right place at just the right time.
Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Another positive gain by this back. I'll tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that 2nd level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
Direct snap to the back. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
And that run is good for 1st down yardage, a new set of downs for this offense. They'll try the option play here. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Getting set. Here's second down. Ball handed off. Good enough for first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the Knowles pick up enough for a first down. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense getting set. It's second down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Important second down play coming up. We'll try to run it with the option. They'll toss it to the back. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down mark. And the Seminoles come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back, make it tougher on the quarterback, make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
The returner is brought down. Gets to start with the next drive. Penn State offense comes back on the field. Well, the first job here, just hold on to the football. The last drive ended in that fumble. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll test the right side here. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And they'll give it to the back. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Down 1 possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. And the Nittany Lions will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Throw to the running back in the flat. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a 4th down now. Here we go, one of the biggest moments of the game so far. The field goal unit out there for a high-pressure attempt. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And the game now tied here in the final quarter.
Man, I tell you, life of a kicker. This guy's not been called on the entire game. Probably cold as ice on the sideline. But when it matters, he's hot as a stove when his number's called.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And it's incomplete, but here comes the flag. So hold on, let's check that out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So a new set of downs to work with after the roughing the passer penalty on 3rd down. It's an option look. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He'll hand it off. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Noles have 1st and 10 here. It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
Press coverage now from these DBs. Going to try to use his legs here. He's found some room at the 45. That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a big-time scramble by that quarterback. My gosh, if you're the defensive coordinator, you got to be scratching your head. Get him in 2nd forever. You take away everything downfield, and this guy picks up these yards by running the ball. Now, it's 3rd down. You better make up for it right here.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
1st down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Here's the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Griffin. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down play coming up. They're going to run the option. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. Third down play coming up. To try a field goal from here would be 55 yards. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on fourth down. Now they're running on the toss. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. So here we go. One last chance to win it in regulation and avoid the risk of overtime. Only a small game. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to create here on the move. Catch is made. Room to run here. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Now here's the toss play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Second down after that previous play. They'll toss it to the right side. And that's a solid game before the defense is able to bring him down. And a timeout taken by the defense with 30 seconds remaining.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable to potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. fights through a tackle. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up 4th down. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. He made it! It's a field goal to win a national championship. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this